What is up, Internet? Welcome to episode 21 of a hodgepodge of information. Stuff you might want to know, but you probably don't. Back at the end of 2014, HTC wanted to jump on the action camera bandwagon, and they released an action cam called the HTC Re. At the time, it was released for a solid $199, and it was in the height of the GoPro boom, and in a very Me Too, but slightly different attitude, they released the inhaler-shaped camera you see on your screen right now. Now, between now and then, HTC did a fire sale of all their HTC Re's, sold them for $50, and a couple months ago, I got one. Look at it. It does look like an inhaler, just like it shows on the picture. So I wanted to give you guys kind of an impressions and show you some of the stuff I've taken with it and just kind of go through a basic review of the product. So first off, it does a couple things. It does photos, it does video, and it does slow motion. 1080p, 30 frames a second, and then it does some slow motion at 720p. Now, I'm just going to tell you right now two big, huge caveats to this review. First, the interface is clunky if you want to do anything other than just take video or take a picture. Because you take video by pushing down on here, hard press for a second or two, and then it'll start flashing red lights on this little silver disc. If you just want to take a picture, you just push once, boom, that's it. Outside of that, the interface gets a little more cumbersome. The only way to access some of the features, including a time-lapse feature, is by actually connecting to the device. And so, the only way to do that, it doesn't actually use Bluetooth, it uses Wi-Fi Direct, and so you have to connect to it like you would connect to like a normal home network. So that can get kind of challenging if you're using that Wi-Fi. You've got on your device, you got to hop off that Wi-Fi, then connect to the device to actually look at the pictures. Or it does use a standard micro USB cable on the bottom to get the pictures and video off, which is what I recommend for actually viewing what you've taken. Now, with that being said, this picture in the daylight, it's actually decent. It's having some trouble with the sun over here, but I really love the wide-angled lens. It captures a whole lot of picture and a lot of the actual beach itself. It does do the time-lapse photos really well, and so I hooked this up to my GorillaPod on the balcony of the hotel I was staying at, and you can see there's a lot going on. It was in the winter, so there's no one out on the beach, but it does a good job with that. Another thing that it does do is actual video, and so you can see here the video is alright. It's not super crisp. If you look at the details, it's a little dicey, which, I mean, I got it for $50. I wouldn't recommend this product at about maybe 100 would be pushing it. I'd say probably just spend a little bit more and get a GoPro. But at $50, I think it's a nice deal, especially because it does have native waterproof capabilities, unlike the GoPro, which you need the housing for. Additionally, this is another time lapse I shot just to give you some additional footage to look at. So it does do a good job on the outside. It does a mediocre job on the inside with low light situations. The battery life is alright. With a full battery to dead, you can shoot time-lapse or video for about an hour and a half. It's pretty consistent up to that point. So overall, I like the HTC Re for what it is. A cheap action camera for taking photos and videos when I don't want to put my phone or another camera in that situation. So hanging a camera off the edge of a balcony to take a time-lapse shot, alright, I'm good with that. I don't want to hang my phone off there, but this camera, go for it. And so it gets the job done. I paid $50 for it. I wouldn't recommend any more than maybe 100, but that would probably be pushing it in my mind. One other caveat, the only way to charge it is on the bottom, and so if you want to take a long time lapse, you have to either do it in an hour and a half increments or get a proprietary charging dock that they sell that you can stick the HTC Re down into, and then it provides a constant stream of power for longer time lapses. But overall, I think it's an interesting product. I think it's something you should check out if you're in the market for a cheap side camera for your rig or your setup. But I do not think it is something that everyone should run out and go buy. The price is right at $50. It's not right at $200. So this has been episode 21 of a Hodgepodge of Information. Thanks for watching. Come back later for episode 22. I'm sure it'll be a great one. Bye.